Welcome, everyone, to Phillips Arena. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, the home of the Hawks, where we'll be broadcasting live today. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. As you look at Memphis, they've got to be hoping that the road will be a little closer to them than their winless homestand they just concluded.
And guys, this is what I call one of those boomerang road trips. I mean, it's not long, but they'll have a chance to get some things done here.
Yeah, it's an easy trip to get up for because you know you'll be back home shortly. As you said, boomerang is the perfect phrase for it. You don't have to worry about setting the tone for a long stretch of games away from your own building.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Memphis, Deron Williams out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then it's Sanders. And it's Randolph in at power forward.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
6 to shoot. Bargnani kicks to Curry. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Greg, you were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
Now here's Williams. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Stuckey drives inside. Williams' shot is off. And the Hawks with possession. Curry passes to Bargnani. Back to Curry. The Grizzlies pull it in.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Williams. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Kicks it to Bargnani. Back to Curry. Larry Sanders grabs the miss. Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to New York. Williams dishes to Sanders. There's a good screen. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Ariza has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Ariza's got his first 3 points of the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And there's Bargnani on the assist by Curry.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Now here's Williams. Ariza kicks to Williams. Ariza passes to Stuckey. Feeds it to Randolph. Back to Stuckey. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
It's Curry with the drive. Bargnani dishes to Curry. Another miss by Curry.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Left side, Williams. Fires from the line. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here is Bargnani. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's Williams. He kicks it to Randolph. Back to Williams. No good on the three. The Hawks trailing. Hawks were so dominant last year and were the first team to clinch their spot in the postseason.
Hawks also would wrap up the top seed in the East and were able to advance against the Nets in 6 games.
Lock at 6. Crowder. In Atlanta again with the bucket. Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Williams gets to Ariza. Randolph passes to Ariza. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
You know, in the second round, the Hawks had a bit of trouble once again with the Wizards. Were able to get by them despite going down 2-1 in that series. Seemed like they were out of gas against the Cavs in the next round.
Now here's Randolph. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Stuckey into the lane. And that one's good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And really, with the Hawks in the postseason, they just ran out of help. I mean, the Korver injury, the Carroll injury were huge against the Cavs. And when you lose that much talent, you could see why they were swept out of that conference finals. Don't forget, they also lost Cephalosha prior to the playoffs.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Plumlee. Collison comes in for Bargnani. And it's T.J. Warren in for Jay Crowder.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
Lenz checked in for Memphis. Williams against Curry. Shots good by Williams.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
Here's Curry against Washington. He was really on his game. Pass to Hawes. The drive by Thompson. That's good.
And for Memphis and the D-League, they made the most of it. Set 3 players for a total of 14 assignments with the Energy. And that's how you make the most of an affiliate.
Now here's Stuckey. 7 points in the game. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. Curry with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Thompson with the ball. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
On the wing, Thompson. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. And that one's good.
You know, considering the Grizzlies and their D-League partnership, it really makes sense for the franchise. Memphis has always been a place where they grow their own talent. A lot of good players have come out of Memphis. Not a lot of big names signed in free agency by the Grizzlies.
Now here's Randolph. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Great D that time from Curry.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
No one near him. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Curry's got 11.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Here's Williams. The dish now to Randolph. They double-team Randolph. The shot by Williams, no good. The Hawks leading by 5. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Lamb. Curry wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. On the wing, Stuckey. Randolph dishes to Stuckey. Looks for Randolph, gets it to him. They get a hand on it. 5 on the clock. Curry with the steal. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dewan Blair. He's checked in for Hawes. Thompson comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's Norris Cole in for Steph Curry. Randolph kicks to Williams. Here's Len. And that one is stuffed right through.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
The drive by Thompson. Williams with the defensive effort.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Ariza passes to Williams. They double-team Randolph. Williams dishes to Ariza. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. For Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
And Cole kicks to Thompson. Collison, the pass to Thompson.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that
one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
You know, the other thing they've been able to do in the early going is to get to the free throw line and convert tonight.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Smith checked in for Randolph. Barnes comes in for Trevor Ariza. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Darren Williams. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Sanders checked in for Alex Len.
Larry Sanders.
The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Blair. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Larry Sanders picks one up.
That's his second personal foul.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
And the second free throw, good. Well, last season, the Hawks not only had a great year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank, too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
Yeah, and that's great news for Atlanta, and they were rewarded with a terrific season. A group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hawks, and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on deep.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 7. And the dunk by Blair.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The Grizzlies trailed by 3. Down low. Here's Sanders. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Sanders has got his second bucket of the game to go. Thompson outside. The feed to Blair. Here's Cole. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Smith. Bellinelli is out there with Larkin. Then it's Matt Barnes, and it's Sanders in at center. Poked away and stolen by Udrih. Here's Crowder. Connects from three-point range. Crowder's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Atlanta. Here's Larkin. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Smith. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Can't get it to go. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. 4-on-3 break. Curry is inside. Bellinelli is covering. No good from Bargnani.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And it's good. Plumlee's got his first bucket of the night.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the second fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going.
Guys, Bargnani was compared to several other international players when he came out. Some said he was Nowitzki. Others thought he might be more like Yao Ming in terms of impact. Ming was the only other player taken 1 overall who had never played high school or college hoops.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And going back to international comparisons, Bargnani was keeping some pace with Nowitzki over his first 5 years, but that's when the injury bug laid into him, and that's not been the case.
You know, and Bargnani was really starting to play great on the offensive end, and defensively, he started to make an impact, but Nowitzki, on the other hand, just kept rising all the way to that true Hall of Fame status. Bargnani still searching.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Curry with the steal. And here they come. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Udrih dishes to Curry. Again, the Hawks score.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Now here's Williams. He has 6. Pass to Randolph. Back to Williams. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 9.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D could afford to give him.
And Plumlee kicks to Crowder. It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Randolph. And Bargnani sends it back. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
To the wing on the left. Tries it from 19. Udrih can't hit.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Randolph. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
T.J. Warren, he's checked in for the Hawks. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Williams. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. 11 points for Williams.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money. There's no doubt.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Now here's Curry. He's got 15. 4 on the clock. Here's Crowder. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Crowder's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 5. And here is Williams. 11 points in the game. Randolph kicks to Stuckey. Randolph with the ball. And good on the basket. Book it. Randolph's got his second bucket of the night.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
And Plumlee kicks to Crowder. That's tipped. Dishes to Curry. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Len with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. Memphis moving that ball around. Stuckey kicks to Randolph. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
In a league that's becoming more and more pick and roll oriented, Zach Randolph is more of a throwback, if you will. I mean, he likes to back his man down and battle for those offensive rebounds.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Bargnani comes in for T.J. Warren, and it's Klay Thompson in for Udrih. Now here's Curry. 15 points in the game. Bargnani passes to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good. Curry's got 6 in the quarter. Oh, I love the power forward. Zach Randolph always seems to carve out space, the space he needs to play well.
Yeah, he's unorthodox but extremely gifted. A nice blend of physicality with high skill level, especially when you talk about shooting the ball.
Williams' shot is off. The Hawks leading by 4. Curry attacking. Here's Bargnani. A second chance effort. Stolen by Randolph. And it's Memphis on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Tawan Blair. He's checked in for Plumlee. Collison comes in for Bargnani. Hollis Thompson's checked in for Jay Crowder. And it's Norris Cole in for Steph Curry. And Memphis also making a switch. Sanders is checked in. On the wing, Thompson. Ariza covering. Thompson dishes to Collison. Used that pick to get in close. Collison's got his first 2 points of the night. And Memphis would end up going 16 and 13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in the final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
And Blair kicks to Cole. And the call will be against Deron Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game. Blair down low. He's against Sanders. Blair is screen on Ariza. 4 on the clock. Up off the screen. And Blair gets it to go.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off. Now
here's Stuckey. 9 points in the game so far. Ariza goes in. Sanders. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Cole. He's guarded by Williams. Cole, the pass to Thompson. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Smith checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Blair. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And it's Smith, top of the key. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And it's Cole missing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And the rejection by Sanders. Outside Williams. Sanders, high post. He feeds it to Stuckey. The shot. Again, Memphis. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Grizzlies?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, is getting in the passing lanes. They've been active with their hands, feet have been in good position, and they've come up with a lot of steals. That's making a difference here, too.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Blair. Bargnani comes in for Nick Collison. Crowder, he's checked in for Hollis Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Norris Cole. Memphis also making some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Ariza. Bellinelli comes in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Larkin in for Darren Williams. Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Len's checked in. Passes it to Larkin. Outside, Bellinelli. And it's Curry with the rebound.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
Here's Larkin, following the 3 by Atlanta. The pass to Bellinelli. Smith dishes to Bellinelli. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Bellinelli's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against the Washington Wizards. Curry brings the double. Here's Larkin. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. .17 seconds left to play in the first half. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Knocked loose. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Grizzlies out in front, leading by just one. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 19 points, 2-3 steals. Really dominating this game, just taking it over.
And really, the fact that he's making it look so effortless while he's doing it.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And, guys, as the game moves on, I think we should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
They've got Plumlee. Jay Crowder out there with Bargnani. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Curry in at the one. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Zach Randolph's checked in for Smith. Stuckey comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Deron Williams is subbed in for Shane Larkin. A shot by Williams, no good.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Curry attacking. Shakes him. Rejected by Randolph. And they're able to recover. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bargnani. Len grabs the board.
And, guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Here's Thompson. It's tipped. Crowder kicks to Curry. Out to the right wing. Plumlee, the pass to Crowder. The second chance effort. Here's Curry. Here's Plumlee. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Memphis trailing here. Williams with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Williams dishes to Randolph. Back to Williams. Curry with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Thompson. Buries it down low. Thompson's got his third basket of the night. On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg. He did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clarkie won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it's worked well for the Hawks.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Len, a screen. Randolph kicks to Len. And that one's good. Len's got his second basket of the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Now here's Curry. 21 points in the game. Clock at 6. Shoots from 12. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Rodney Stuckey. You look back last year, and the Hawks were incredible at home last season. Not a bad way to help unveil that beautiful statue of Dominique Wilkins in front of the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and so much went right for the Hawks. And adding that statue up neat was the cherry on top. Very classy move from that organization.
Now here's Randolph. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And, you know, for the Hawks last season, they ended with a 35-6 record at home. And that was the best in the East and the second best in the NBA.
And for the Hawks, it was a good year to get the city. No, take that. It was a great year to get the city talking about basketball again. And Atlanta hasn't always rallied behind this team, but boy, did they show up more than usual last season.
Stuckey gets to left. And that one is stuffed right through.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Atlanta making some changes. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Plumlee. Allison comes in for Bargnani. And it's Norris Cole in for Steph Curry. The Grizzlies trailed by 5. Right side, Williams. He dishes it to Randolph. From deep. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Randolph. Randolph's got 4 assists now tonight.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Crowder, the pass to Hawes. Up top, Crowder. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Atlanta making some changes. Hollis Thompson comes in for Crowder. And it's Udrich in for Klay Thompson. Here's Cole. He's guarded by Stuckey. Collison kicks to Udrich. Hawes inside. Guarded by Len. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Shooting for Atlanta.
And guys, Spencer Hawes signed a 4-year, $23 million contract with the Clippers prior to last season. Not sure the Clippers felt like they got their money's worth. He did improve a little bit in the playoffs. There still may be some hope for him in L.A.
Well, I'd have to agree with you, Kevin. I mean, he had some moments, but on the season shot a career low from the foul line as well as in several other areas.
That's good. 16 points for Darren Williams. Atlanta leading by 3. Outside Collison. Soft touch off the glass.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Screen by Smith. Williams dishes to Smith. Here's Ariza. That 3 off the mark. Hawks have gone somewhat so far, 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Hawes. Off target from 3-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 10 points in the game.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Back to Williams. Out to Stuckey. To tie. But they'll get another chance. Len with it. He's against Hawes. Tries again. They get the rebound. Smith. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
DeJuan Blair. He's checked in for the Hawks. TJ Warren comes in for Cole. Memphis also making some changes. Matt Barnes is checked in for a reason. Bellinelli comes in for Rodney Stuckey. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Darren Williams.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Smith outside to the paint. Here's Bellinelli. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Bellinelli's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies. Kicks it to Warren. Right wing. Now Udrich. Feeds it to Blair. Shot from 12. Misses off the left iron. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Larkin. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He kicks it to Barnes. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Hawks shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Pass to Thompson. Shoots the 3. Len grabs the board. Len's got 6 rebounds in the game. For the lead, Barnes can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Udrich, the pass to Hawes. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Sinks the triple. And the Hawks lead by 3. Glenn, a screen. Over to the wing. Here's Bellinelli. And the layup's good off the glass. Bellinelli's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And they take the lead. And that's 15 points for Smith. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomized it, Clark.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And, folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
It's a completely new group for Atlanta. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Vasenko's checked in. Zach Randolph is subbed in for Smith.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in the game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team. Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
It's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegian. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on.
And, you know, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his postgame, I think he could even go higher.
And Zach Randolph drops them both.
You know, one thing about Plumlee, going back, he's been a tremendous rebounder. He can shoot over 60% from the field for you. However, he was a terrible free throw shooter last season, under 50%, which caused at least a couple teams to employ a little hack-a-Mason strategy.
Mason Plumlee.
Plumlee hits them both. 1:21 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Larkin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Randolph a screen. And Bellinelli kicks to Randolph.
Atlanta foul call.
For Memphis, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Memphis known for how tough they are at home, but they were equally tough, Clark, on the road last season.
Yeah, grit and grind travels well, Kevin. I mean, even on the road, they were able to force teams to play at their pace.
To the right side. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Larkin kicks to Randolph. Stolen by Bargnani. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And the shot's good from Crowder.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Grizzlies lead by 2. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. So on the floor for Memphis, Zach Randolph is out there with Vasenko. Then there's Shane Larkin. Then it's Matt Barnes. And it's Bellinelli in at the 2. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. As this game approaches its finale, the outcome's still undecided. He's told them, we're not far, fellas. It's within reach. Seize the moment and walk away with a win. Guys?
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Memphis leading. Now here's Williams. Now the dish to Stuckey. Back to Williams. The feed to Sanders. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
And finished off by Sanders.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
6 on the shot clock. Randolph dishes to Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Hawks trail by 6. And Thompson kicks to Plumlee. Bargnani against Randolph. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second goal. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Thompson again. Stuckey. In the corner, Randolph with it. To the inside. 5 to shoot. Back to Ariza. From deep. Rebounded by the Hawks.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
To the paint. Out to Thompson. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Outside Williams. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. DeJuan Blair. He's checked in for the Hawks.
DeJuan Blair.
On defense, Atlanta. Stuckey kicks to Sanders. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Thompson, and he makes good on the layup. Thompson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Screened by Sanders. Outside Williams. Randolph passes to Williams. Clock at 4. And Zach Randolph, the bucket on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his 5th assist in this one. The Hawks trailed by 5. Outside Curry. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Here's Williams. And an air ball on that one. Way off. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Here's Curry with the 3. Curry with another miss.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Sanders dishes to Ariza. Pass to Randolph. And stolen by Blair. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And the shot's good from Crowder.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big three out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
The Hawks making a switch here. Collison's out there. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Williams kicks to Randolph. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. And that's now 17 points for Zach Randolph.
When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Offensive rebound. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Snatched up. And the foul called on DeJuan Blair. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Randolph. Puts up the baby hook. Off the inbound, no good.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
It's important to have that good interior.